Hey Aaron, have you ever ridden a motorcycle?
No, but I've ridden a hero before.
This is Neo Geo Go.
We're back. We're in it.
We're in it. We're in the shit. We are in the shit. We are going to talk about Riding Hero. Released July 24th, 1990, developed and published by SNK. What a surprise. Riding Hero is a motorcycle racing game in a similar style to Hang On or like those other kind of Sega super scalers, as they're known. Like, yeah. So, Aaron, Hang On was a favorite of mine. Like, I love that shit. Even like the home versions, like of I think it's Super Hang On for Genesis. That's like one of my favorite racing games ever. So motorcycle racing games at the arcade were good stuff. Now this would be a couple years before like we really started having like the sit down cabinets of like the motorcycle games and shit where you could like, you've seen those before. Like oh my God, dude. Namco made some great ones. They're so fucking good. Anyway, this is not that. This is a Neo Geo. So we're playing this with the joystick and buttons, but still Riding Hero. Definitely. This is a genre I like, Aaron.
Yeah, man. I haven't dealt a whole lot with arcade motorcycle racing, but this one was pretty cool. Like the way you shift your weight felt really good. Like for each turn, you kind of like you're not given too much or like too little control. It's just like tap 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 for this turn to like ease into it, and then tap 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 this way to get right back into it. Like it felt just right. Like you weren't constantly swaying back and forth. It's just like. Yeah,
I can understand that, like doing that on digital controls is tough. Like, I mean, I'll put it this way. I think like, and this is not something people really talk about. When Ridge Racer games started coming home to PlayStation, I thought the way they translated that control to like a D-pad was exceptional. I still think that shit feels good. Even like, even as like, analog controllers became the default, like as going into PS2 with like Ridge Racer 5, I still use the D-pad to control that shit. Even like Ridge Racer 6 on 360, I use the D-pad to play that game because they still let you. I think they recognize that like people learn to play that way and still want to do that, so they allow it. And there's just something about that they get right, so I've always enjoyed that.
I don't know about all that. I haven't messed with Ridge Racer in a really long time, but
he's like, damn girl, just shush. We talking about Riding Hero. But no, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, I think Riding Hero does that very well. That is something you have to nail at that time. Although, I remember this at the arcade, Aaron, but I never played it. I kind of overlooked it because, like I said, I was a fan of like Hang On and those other Sega games. Yeah. And it just didn't look as good as those. Like Neo Geo has really good like sprite scaling power, obviously, but like I don't know, man. If you compared it to the other games, it just didn't match up visually. And I know that sounds superficial, but like honestly, it's how I felt even as a kid. It's like, why would I put my 50 cents in this when I could go play, something else, right? So I'd rather play something else on the Neo Geo. But so I didn't really play this game until it came out on Arcade Archives, and I enjoyed it. It's not like a super great game. I wouldn't say it's like an all-time racer or anything. But honestly, Aaron, for a system that doesn't have a lot of racing games, I think this one's kind of good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, and then you get to the goddamn story mode, dude. That was a trip and a half. A fucking
dude. Tell me your feelings.
Oh my God. So story mode is basically a visual novel, like RPG racing game mix, I guess, because like
it is.
You'll go from like this location to the next and like talk to people, and you'll have to go into races, or sorry, you'll have to win races to win money that you'll use to upgrade your bike, and then do this and that, all that shit. The conversations between characters are really fucking stupid though. Like, I'm a fast racer. Knowing that, do you still want to race? Like, ooh, Captain Stretch Nuts over here. Like,
look out! I'm a fast racer.
Yeah, I race good. Knowing that, do you still want to race? Dude, when I started the story mode, I named my character Pooh. Just Poo, Pooh. And so the first person I met, that same guy that was talking about like, do you still want to race? He was like, or no, my character was introducing himself. He was like, "Hi, I'm Pooh. Nice to meet." And then that was it.
Nice to meet.
Nice to meet. And then
it's.
And then the fucking they're talking to the owner of the motorcycle parts store, and I forget what the fuck they were saying because I was just tapping A, and he's like, "You're so aggressive. Anyway, I'm going to take care of my store." And then he just leaves. Like,
so fucking stupid.
I know.
Yeah, I was like, this game might be a secret dating sim or something. It's like, what is happening?
I
but you
didn't
know
expect
what, though?
that at all.
I kind of get it, though, because if you think like later in the 90s when we started having stuff like Initial D or like otherwise like racing anime that has like the drama element to it, this is kind of the precursor to that,
Oh, yeah.
Or like a Wangan Midnight or something, like any of those racing games that have like drama element to it and like the talking, like this is kind of in that vein. So it's not too surprising to see this. I guess it's just surprising to see this from a Neo Geo game in 1990.
Yeah, and the way they did it was like weird but cool because I think it was like every certain amount of time, I forget, it would ask you to insert a credit. I think it was like every couple minutes or something.
I think so. Yeah, it's
when
on
you're in the
timer.
story mode. I mean, yeah.
Baseball Stars, I think, is also on the timer of like you get to play for 4 minutes and then you have to put in more money.
Yeah,
dude, it happens in the middle of a play too. Ball's in the air, hasn't even been caught. It's like continue. It's like okay.
The suspense is killing me.
Yeah, I must know how this fly ball ended. But yeah, Writing Hero does something similar. Why not just charge you after every race? Like that would make more sense. Like, what? I don't fucking know. Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad I am now of the age to appreciate this. Now divorced from the era, I can appreciate Writing Hero for what it is. Again, Super Hang-On is one of my favorite racing games of all time, and I shouldn't just compare everything to that just because motorcycles.
Yeah, I compare every motorcycle racing game to Kinetica. So it's all unfair. No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
Mine is Tourist Trophy. So that's what I.
Holy shit!
Dude,
okay,
I compare everything to that shit. I love Tourist Trophy. I'm gonna give Writing Hero a B-, Aaron. I think that's what it deserves. It's a pretty good game. It's kind of, again, a lot of these early Neo Geo games are fairly basic. You are not gonna find anything here that you have not seen in a million other like games of its type where you had racing games like this that's kind of scroll forward since like Pole Position, right? Like this is nothing new. However, I think this is a good one. The dating sim elements are hilarious and stupid. I like it enough. I'll give it a B-.
Oh yeah, I gave it a C+ because like the racing itself is just okay. It's just motorcycle racing. It doesn't do a whole lot. And then like the dating or not dating sim, god damn it, the story mode.
It's dating sim, okay?
That basically is. The story mode was just right out of left field. Didn't expect that at all, and that was really cool. But still C+ because like it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm giving it points for originality. Is basically again, I'm giving grades with my heart on this show. And
giving grades
my heart,
with my fart.
Giving grades with your fart. So you gave it a C+. Aaron, what are we playing next time on Neo Geo Go?
The Super Spy.
Hell yeah. Love it.
I'm ready for this one. Until next time, Neo Geo Go take a nap.